sleeping too much, you'll have a lot of KAPHA in the body, or sleeping after meals tends to bring up the KAPHA quite a lot also. It is very good for a KAPHA person to oil their body, particularly with heating warming oils on the chest, on the lower belly and lower back. Okay, these are the mucus areas of the body. Also steaming, using steam to breathe in, using maybe eucalyptus, albus oils, for clearing the chest and the mucus would be a good practice, particularly throughout any time that damp weather outside, mist, fog, rain, everything like that's going to be damping the chest. So breathing in heating, warming oils into the chest will just be wonderful. KAPHA people tend to love music, and it's great for them to dance. Dancing is probably one of the best activities, or if they don't feel to dance or don't have the rhythm, swaying to the music is just fine. But a KAPHA person must remember to keep moving. Moving must be part of their lifestyle, and they have to consciously remember to do it, because their natural body will not do that. So zumba, samba, upbeat sort of dance music is going to be really good for KAPHA. KAPHA people do very well in 9 to 5 type of jobs. They're very steady, sound people. They make very good, maybe like civil servants. They make very good teachers. They do very solid job. A KAPHA person tends to want to nurture and care for people. They have a caring sense to them. They do like to look after people, and a KAPHA person has great patience and they have great memory. A KAPHA person tends to overeat. Now they can go a very long time without food and water, but they can surprise you with how much they can eat in one sitting as well. They tend to be, if out of balance, they can be very possessive. They can really hoard things. They love getting stuff, not to show off or to share, just to have for themselves. So they're very good at accumulating money, as we mentioned earlier, but can be very stubborn, totally stuck in the mud, don't like change, hard to get moving in another direction. So you can think of like a real old workhorse that's used to going in the particular drills, you know. They'll go nice and steady and slow on what they know. Can be greedy, can be very selfish, can be very tight with money. So the giving nature is not always in the KAPHA. Like super nurturing and that when you're on their team, but if you're not, they won't give you a thing, you know. So also karma yoga is very beneficial for this personality, because there has to be some give and take. It can't all be take. It can't just be all for me, the dragon in the cave, okay? So there has to be some balance. They can be very secretive and they can hide a lot, especially emotions and things. And this is a mechanism that's sort of built into them, but they do keep a lot to themselves. If a person can be like very deep, but they can be very a one-to-one kind of person. You can watch them because they can be very, okay, it's you and me, but sod everyone else. So they can isolate a little bit. They don't take breakups very well. They can't handle it. It takes a very long time to get over it, because they wouldn't be frivolous in a relationship. They would go all in, and they would give all of themselves. So it's very hurtful to take that back, especially because they tend to have that sort of it's mine tendencies. So that's very hard for them to realise, no, it's not actually, and it's over. So KAPHA really struggles to let things go. If you hurt a KAPHA person, they will remember it forever. They will hold on to that. They do. They're not good with their own emotions in that sense. They don't really know how to accept that a person is projecting. No, they take it very deep and personal into that chest area gaining. The most common issue a KAPHA type person has is chest problems, respiratory tract problems, and mucus, too much mucus in the chest. Okay. All spices are good for KAPHA. Try to avoid overeating. It's definitely a situation where you want to monitor the proportions, and 3 meals a day are just perfect. KAPHA doesn't generally get hungry too easily, so 3 meals a day are ideal, and ensure that you're not overfilling on those meals. As I said, spices are very good, stimulants are very good in that sense. Spices are stimulating, so they clear a lot of mucus and stimulate the blood to get moving. So KAPHA does need to work on energy and to continue moving. Sugar is definitely not good for KAPHA. Dairy tends to cause more mucus, which is not ideal at all. also at any point you're getting mucusy, you want to reduce that area right down, or ideally take it out of the diet. Dry, light and warm foods have bitter and pungent properties suit KAPHA. A maximum of coffee would be 2 cups a day, it's plenty. Less of fried oils as well, because they would cause it to be too sluggish. So like a poached egg would be better than a fried egg, or scrambled eggs is fine too. So you definitely don't want to be avoiding the chipper sort of foods. They're just not going to be healthy at all for KAPHA. Actually, beef and pork disturbs the earth energy in the body. And a KAPHA person tends to get constipated quite easily, so always wants to be ensuring that the bowels are clearing properly. A KAPHA person loves memory games and does very well at puzzles, and these are the kind of activities that are very good for a KAPHA person. Because their metabolism is slow and they're prone to gaining weight, you can often end up with diabetes. So this is why the sugar has to be looked at, like stevia or natural sugars are better, or eating a more sattvic diet, which tends to be sort of bland with less sugar and salt. And it's important that KAPHA people enter into debates, okay? They love to talk things out. KAPHA person needs to talk. One-to-one is ideal, but also to have a little bit of back and forth with concepts and ideas. They just love that. They love that sort of back and forthness, not just one direction dictated to, or one person giving their opinion. They love it debated out and sort of wraggled out a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. They love to go real deep into it for hours on any one topic.